That's right, you're right here at Galaxy107fm, 16 away from 12 o'clock. It is 24 degrees. I concede I've got to give Barbara the winning post today. She said 24, it is bang on that for sure. So she wins right now. Wednesday, October 30th, it's Hump Day. Yeah, welcome along, and believe me, I am absolutely excited because, ladies and gentlemen, you've been asking for this interview for some time now. We're meeting, coming out of Lewisburg, Nashville, Alena Rae. Hello, Alena.
Hi.
Welcome to Galaxy. It is an absolute pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you for having me.
And I got to be honest with you, I don't know whether I talk proper or not.
Very proper. I wish I could talk as fancy as you.
I don't talk fancy, no, honestly, I don't. I talk Kiwi, you like, g'day, mate.
I like it.
Absolutely stunning, and believe me, I am absolutely humbled to be within your presence because I know what you've been involved in, including movies and commercials, all sorts of things. We're going to talk about all of that as we go through the interview. But first of all, I'm going to play Fooled Me Twice. Tell me a little bit about this. Where did you come up with the lyrics of this?
That song particularly was written by somebody else that I decided to record. I did have some part of the collaboration in it, but not part of the credits. I had gone through some really, really tough stuff years ago, and am divorced, but re-engaged now. And when you've been down a really hard road and somebody's lied to you and, you know, really just made you believe they were somebody that they weren't, you can really feel the lyrics of a song like that, and you're able to actually take somebody else's song and make it your own because you've lived it. And there are so many women, and men too, that have been through situations like that, that song, I believe, can speak to. So I decided to record it, and it's really done quite well.
You know, I absolutely love it. I've got to be honest with you. So right here at Galaxy 107 FM, our feature artist today, Alena Rae. Yes, coming out of Nashville. Here's Fool Me Twice. I'm really going to have to turn this fan on. I'm sorry.
Turn this one around.
Yeah, if you would. Thank you. How are you feeling, Alena?
Good.
Nice, nice. Yes, I was just going to say, I hope you have a good drink there. I unfortunately have coffee right now. I'm not allowed to drink while I'm doing this. Otherwise...
What time is it there?
It is 11:45, lunchtime.
Oh, okay, coffee time, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Now, at the same time, it must be going on about dinner time over there.
What was that now?
Must be going on about dinner time over there.
Yes, it is. It's actually, what time is it? Almost 6 o'clock.
Yeah, I kind of figured it might have been. Now, we're going to talk about your equestrian elements, of course, your mother and everything involved, if that's okay with you, because a lot of people can relate to horses and growing up around horses, especially country folks like yourself. And believe me, I think that's the only thing missing at Barbara's place, is a horse.
I saw the sheep, Barbara.
That crazy black thing.
I love the sheep. I want to kiss him and hug him and love him all over.
Whoa. Well, she'll have to come tomorrow before he's
yeah,
all
absolutely.
grown up.
I like that, I really do. Have you seen...
I have a goat.
Okay, but we won't talk about Steve just yet.
We're not on air right now.
No, we're not on air right now.
Facebook Live, though.
Don't worry, this is all the backstage stuff that people...
Okay,
Tell her we are on Facebook Live.
But we are live on Facebook Live, so they're getting to see what we're talking about as well. Which is fun. It is.
Yeah.
I see you watching me, watching you, watching me, watching Alena.
Hi, Scott. Hi, Chris Andres.
Hey, hey you
Hi,
guys.
Rob. Hi, Stella. Hi, Feline.
Right. Yeah, no, don't worry about it. But I tell you what, we're going back to the desk.
Okay. Oh, brother.
I'm such a ditz.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, live with Alena. This is going to be fun, it really is going to be fun. 10 away from 12 o'clock, it is 25 degrees, I win. I win, yeah, look at that, I beat Barbara again. Wednesday, October 30th, almost conceded there for a little while, but no, hang in there, it's a great day. And of course, Alena is joining us out of Louisburg, Nashville. Now, Alena, I've been to Nashville. In fact, I stayed in a little town called Newport, just out of Nashville.
Oh, awesome!
Yeah, the people I stayed with were quite familiar with the Appalachians, apparently.
What was that now?
They're quite familiar with wandering around the Appalachians.
Oh, yes!
Yeah, at night time. They used to come back with this clear stuff in a jar, like, you know. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff. To my horror, you see, I thought they were going to polish the furniture with the stuff or something like that.
It's very strong, that's for sure.
Believe me, I got a taste for it, I did.
Oh my goodness.
I really did.
You have to be careful because you can't have too much or it will sneak up on you and you'll be walking and fall over sideways.
Alena, I got tore up from the floor up. I did, and that's, I was only supposed to be there for a month. I left about 9 months later. It really is true. But having said that, my friend, I know Nashville very, very well, and have been to a few of the venues and everything there that to go and see live music. Absolutely love where you're at. Now, I'm going to talk to you very, very quickly about a man called Steve Baker coming out of Nashville. Do you know this guy?
I know the name.
Okay, now let me fill you in on this because Steve is a friend of ours, and what he does is he takes and works for clients, takes their videos and puts them everywhere they need to be seen, like the Hard Rock cafes, the malls, the floating palaces, even the Burger Kings. You know how you can sit down and have a meal and you got the music? He can do that. Can I get my staff to introduce you?
Absolutely.
Nice, because believe me, visual image marketing is his brand, and believe me, he does work tirelessly. And I think
wonderful.
I think the video I always let go is the quality that he would be looking for.
Oh, good.
Having said that, a good friend of mine in Jacksonville, Florida, has the late night TV show in Jacksonville, Florida, and I would like to be able to introduce you to him as well, because believe me, we did a little video this morning that we've sent over to him. He is going to be looking forward to meeting you, I can guarantee that. And while we're talking about Jacksonville, Florida, hello Jacksonville, Florida, thank you for joining us here at Galaxy once again with today's #1 artist, Alena Rae. There you go.
Thank you so much, Jacksonville, Florida.
There you go. And his name is Frank Moomer. He will be getting in touch with you down the track. And believe me, I think you will absolutely love Frank. And he may even invite you over to go and perform live on his stage.
Wonderful.
There you go. Over 60,000 people watch his shows at night, apparently.
Woo.
Yeah, not a bad coverage. And of course,
that's great.
We make an appearance on the late night TV show as well, introducing what we think the artists of the future in country music, and not only country music, we cover the whole gambit, but we only play the good stuff, as you can understand. So we would love you to be on Jacksonville Late Night TV. We really would. Now,
Wonderful.
I got to ask you, Alena, how do we get hold of you? How do the fans get hold of you? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? Are you on Instagram? But more importantly, being the modern day database, do you respond?
Absolutely, I do. Actually, we respond to each and every fan that makes a comment or contacts us independently. We respond, and personally. And sometimes I will literally get up at 6 in the morning to spend an additional 2 hours of my day just to respond to people. I feel that if people are taking the time out of their day to comment on a post that I've made or to follow my music, that I owe it to them to respond personally.
Well, I got to be honest with you, Alena. Now you're going to have another 5,000 Facebook fans, and you're going to have to get up at midnight and go to bed at midnight. I feel sorry for you now. I got to be honest.
I feel sorry for me too.
You'll be sitting there typing all night. You really, really will. Now to say,
I've gotten to the point where I can do it in my sleep at this point.
Yeah, but, well, there's a thing called send to all. I love this. I really, really do. Now, not only are you an accomplished recording artist, you're an actress as well. Now, I want to talk about the equestrian part of this because this is in your family. Your mother is an award-winning and winning equestrian herself. You yourself, you took over the business and have gone on to win a few ribbons yourself. Now, are you looking at becoming an Olympian?
No, not so much an Olympian. I do more breed showing in the Morgan horse breed and also the Arabian breed, but primarily the Morgan breed. My family is 3 generations of Morgan horse breeders, and I now have the ability, after, almost 15 years of making my music and acting career work, to take my horse business to the next level. And I've recently purchased a couple of horses from Sarday Morgans in Rhode Island, from 2 of the top ranking stallions in the Morgan horse breed. Minion Millennium is one of them that Roxanne Sardelli owns. And I am so excited about how both those colts are going to turn out. And I also had one more stallion that I ran across that is of lost breeding. There's not one more living son of this horse that is breedable. So we're going to do a surprise reveal on that horse next month, and we're very excited about that for the farm.
Will you keep us informed with that? Because I'm sure a lot of people here in New Zealand would love to know all about this, literally. And there would be parts of that horse that I'd be bottling.
There should be. He is amazing. I am so lucky, and I just thank the Lord above for the opportunity. So
I think that's very, very cool. I really do, and courageous at the same time. It's not often that you come across a piece of gold like that, really.
I know, exactly.
Now, you grew up in Seattle, Washington, and you were always around horses, everything like that. But your family was musical as well. Tell me a little bit about that.
My family was very, very musical. My aunt Nancy happened to be an opera singer, and the rest of my family, on the whole opposite end of the spectrum, was more into the bluegrass roots, very, very organic music. And so I got the best of both worlds by just sitting and listening. I used to go listen to my aunt. We lived on this big horse farm growing up, and it was my grandmother's house, and then my aunt's house, and my mom's house, my mom and dad's house, and I would go sneak over to my aunt's when I knew I could hear the piano playing, and I would go listen and sit on the steps, and she didn't even know I was listening, and I'd be trying to sing like her, but of course I was to no avail. But I made my own sort of music out of everything. So.
Well, you certainly did that, and believe me, we love the sound that you have right now. But you've been singing for, well, you know, for quite a young age. You even had a record deal at 16.
Yes, I did.
You know, that's an accomplishment in its own right.
Yes.
It really, really is. Now, I want to talk about I Can Love Anyone. I think every woman in the world has contacted us and wanted to know more about the song. Please fill us in. Tell us all about it.
Oh, boy. Well, I Can Love Anyone. Again, a lot of the songs that I sing, perform, are based upon something that I have lived through. Actually, most of it is. And that particular song was, I'm not going to be somebody's image of what they think I should be anymore. I'm not going to be the picture-perfect girl that has to be somebody else other than myself for somebody else and live in the shadows. Now, I can be me. I want to have a horse farm. I want to live my dream. I want to sing and do acting and not be told I have to wear a dress that's lower than my knees or my makeup a certain way or just serve dinner. Now, don't get me wrong. I love to cook. I love to cook. But it's more than just that. You're not anybody's slave. You are your own individual. And always remember, I want to say this to all women out there, always remember, do not lose your identity for a man. That man has to love you for who you are, and then together you can become one.
You know, that's a great message. Right here at Galaxy 107 FM, here's Alena Rae. I Can Love Anyone.
Maybe it was me.
Gosh, Barbara, it's getting hot.
We're still on Facebook Live.
We're still on Facebook Live.
I can't believe I snorted. I always do that. I have a baby pig. Well, he's about a year old now. I had 3 pigs. And now I only have 1 pig because my 3 unfortunately passed away. But I had them for almost 12 years. And now I have a pot-bellied pig named Hamlet. So I've been hanging around my pig too long.
That's okay. You can be whoever you want to be.
I have to put Hamlet on a diet. He's so fat, his stomach's dragging the ground.
Oh, dear. But at the same time, we here in New Zealand, we're big fans of equality. We really, really are. And in fact, yesterday we celebrated 100 years of changing the law in favour of equality for women here in New Zealand.
Oh,
and
wonderful.
And we have a female Prime Minister that we're very proud of.
Oh, wonderful.
We think Jacinda Ardern should have the Nobel Peace Prize, to be very honest with you.
Wow.
We really, really do.
Fantastic.
And it's not often you actually hear a country get behind a political leader, if you know what I mean. There's always an opposition somewhere, somehow. I'm proud to say we hear more in favour of Jacinda than we do against her. So, and that's on a world stage.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
It really is. So you're comfortable to be yourself around. In fact, my office is predominantly women anyway. I one of the very few males that work here, to be very honest with you.
You're lucky.
Yeah, I'm also bossed around a lot.
Oh, no.
Yep. I'm told very, very quickly what my position is in this job. I really am. And believe me, I wouldn't want anybody else's job. Barbara works tirelessly. She's also the manager of Aurora Entertainments, which brings companies and bands into the country. So not only does she do these interviews and stuff, she does other work as well. Huge. Fantastic. I don't know where she finds the time. And then she's got to do, well, she used to have to do my Facebook and all my media stuff as well. But up until a couple of weeks ago where she goes, Grant, bugger this, here's a phone.
Your phone looks better than mine. Mine has a crack on the screen. Unfortunately, I dropped it.
Oh, yeah. Let's go back to the desk. Find it. There it is. Terry, do you want to go into production and turn that alarm off? That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 5 away from lunchtime, 12 o'clock noon, 24 degrees. It did make 25, I did win, but Barbara is consistent, so we'll share the win today, Wednesday, October the 30th, and I'm absolutely elated, literally, to be joined by what I think is one of the prettiest ladies I've interviewed this year, Alena Rae.
Oh, I love you for life.
Oh, thank you. I'm gonna hold you to that now. Now, I want to talk to you very, very quickly about a little project that you've got going on. Now, let's recap a little bit by saying that you were signed at the age of 18 to Incubus.
Yes, I was actually 16. Yes.
16. Sorry. Yeah. Now. At the same time, it gives me the feeling that maybe they used you too much and made you pay too much and did too little for you.
Basically, yes. And the company ended up, after a whole plethora of recordings, ended up going bankrupt, unfortunately. They did start back up again about 10 years later, but all of the work and the songs that I had done were all kept under their contract. I couldn't use them. So it was starting fresh from scratch.
Yeah, not to throw these guys under a bus, but
no,
believe me,
it's unfortunate. It happens to a lot of companies.
Exactly, it really, really does, and it is the sign of the times. These days, you've got to be, I think, more up with the multimedias than anything.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, they say that in a couple of years, pretty much the majority of radio is not going to be terrestrial radio like the old days, where you get in your car and turn it on. It's going to predominantly be internet P2 or P3 type stations that really make the majority of airplay.
Exactly, and believe me, we are an FM station here, and I got to let you know,
yes.
We're in the middle of 3 cities. We have Rotorua, which is a touristy city, pretty much based on the Maori, the Indigenous folks of New Zealand, there. Then we have a fishing village, which actually has an active volcano just off the shore of it.
Wow!
Yeah, Pakitani, believe me, and White Island. It is an active volcano.
Wow!
And I'll give you a little quirky thing about that. Is do you like to have fun on April Fool's Day?
Well, depending. As long as the joke's not on me, I'm good.
Well, you see, the thing is that I asked all the fishermen of Pakitani to get in their boats and go over to the live volcano over there and help get all the goats off there because the island was sinking.
Oh my goodness.
I had 30-odd skippers give me a call, say they're ready to go. Problem is, there's no goats or anything that lives on it. So, we can have a bit of fun here in New Zealand, we really can. Then at the same time, we have Tauranga, which is our export city, and believe me, quite a big city in its own right. Just up the road from there is, of course, the biggest city in New Zealand, of course, being Auckland, and we're going to talk all about that. We're also going to talk about 2.22, a project that you've got your fingers in, coming up very, very shortly. But I kind of got the message when you were talking about Incubator, and believe me, my staff have done a huge amount of research. Now, you're an accomplished actress. Is it still actress?
Yes.
Actress?
Actor. I don't think it really matters what you say. Typically, they call a female an actress, but I could be actor too.
Well, you could be. It's kind of a unisex way of looking at things these days, isn't it?
Yeah, I love that.
Now tell me a little bit about that. How did you get in there?
It's so bizarre. I never even tried to be an actress. I was at home one day cooking lunch, and I got a phone call, and I didn't recognize the number, and I decided to not answer it. And so then it called back again, and I thought, oh boy, it's some telemarketer of some sort. But I went ahead and answered it, and it was a lady from the Nashville TV show that had gotten my phone number from an agent of mine and asked me to be in 6 episodes of the Nashville TV show as a featured extra. So that's how it that's how it all started, and that moved into Billy Ray Cyrus and Silva King, and I did several episodes on that as a featured extra, and then that moved into me getting a leading role in The Mixed Up, which is an independent film right now that is just getting picked up with some major endorsements, so we're pretty excited about that. And I have an actual leading role in that, and sang the theme song for that film.
You know,
and I've got another movie that I'm working on also currently that is a spin-off of The Dukes of Hazzard, so I'm pretty excited about all of it.
you know, I can actually see you in your little Dixie Dukes, to be quite honest. Your little Daisy Dukes. I really could. But that's just me, I've got to be honest with you, and I won't make an apology. She's pretty. Okay?
Oh,
Yeah.
my goodness.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Now, at the same time, I know you're going to be a superstar in Jacksonville, Florida, late night TV now. I can see that coming. Before you know it, you're going to have your own series there. You really will. But at the same time, and I'm going to talk to you right after this song about the look. Now, believe me, I have had past experience with Roxette, and believe me, I've heard a lot of versions of it, but we're going to talk about that. But first of all, it is 55 days away from Christmas. So I kind of figured...
I've already started my Christmas shopping.
There you go. Well, look, you know, that's part of Barbara's... she's an Olympian at shopping. She really is. That's her favourite subject. So let's talk...
I like to have everything done early so I don't get stressed around the holiday.
Well, exactly, but I thought right now you'd be in Halloween mode.
Yes, I love Halloween.
Yeah, coming up, isn't it?
Yes.
Because we've just had Thanksgiving, haven't we?
What was that?
We just had Thanksgiving, haven't we?
We have Thanksgiving next month here.
Oh, next month. Okay, fair enough. Canada, other way round, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I've been been talking to a lot of Canadians lately. I really have.
Hey?
Yeah, really. But what does Christmas mean to you in your little hometown?
Oh, that's all about growing up and being, that's written with my friend David Rickard, who's actually my drummer for 20 years. Since I first got into the music, he's been my drummer, and we both we thought about all of the little memories and the beautiful family times, you know, that you get so distanced away from when you get older. Not that I'm older. No. But
she's not old.
All of the sweet little memories, you know, that really make you who you are, and so many people just forget about that, and they get stressed out about buying gifts and what, you know, things they have to go to and do, and it's not about that. It's about loving the memories and the people in your life and celebrating that whole part of Christmas.
Exactly. It's about togetherness, no matter who you're with. It's being together and having one single thing, and that is peace and harmony.
Amen to that.
Alena Rae, right here at Galaxy 107 FM. Here is my little hometown at Christmas. I'm sorry? How you feeling?
Wonderful.
I hope you're keeping your glass charged.
Well, I didn't realize I was on live Facebook, so I kept it down.
No, that's all. As I said, be yourself. Be
I was
yourself.
such an idiot. I thought I wasn't on Facebook Live. I was like, I've never done Facebook Live before.
Haven't
So
you?
is there a delay in that, or is it just really like live? No delay?
It's live. It goes around the world.
Oh boy.
Yeah, literally. And strangely enough, there is other people on the other end looking at you right now.
Oh boy!
They could be waving back. You never know. But yet again, they could be sitting there in their underwear. Are you in your underwear?
Oh my goodness! Could you imagine? I'm so glad I didn't dress like that.
Me too. Yeah, you don't want to see me in my underwear. Yeah, that's...
Might be mouth to mouth.
Yeah.
What'd she say?
You don't want to see... Yeah. Barbara's going,
Fainting.
it could be mouth to mouth. I'm going, which
Fainting.
part of mouth to mouth?
Fainting.
Eh?
You might faint.
I might faint
Yeah.
because it's so hot.
Yeah.
I tell you what, it is 92 degrees Fahrenheit in this office.
Can I see?
It's hot!
Can I see past your coffee cup?
Can you see past my coffee cup?
Yeah, at the temperature.
There we go. Have a look at that. It is. It is. We got one of those ghost finders things. We know when there's a ghost here.
I bet it's not that hot in Calgary, Scott.
No, it's not hot. And tell you what, Scott, the Canadian Mounted Police have been in touch with us. We are going to be doing those reports for the Coke, giving all the drivers on the Coke all the warnings about what's happening on their roads. Glad to work with the Canadian Mounted Police, really are. That's cool. That's cool. As I said, we've been talking to a lot of Canadians, Alena, and
Yes.
last year there was a truck that had an accident, and one of the officers that attended the accident heard our station playing in his truck. So she, a police officer, got in touch with us and asked us if we would be prepared to do the updates on the road conditions there.
Oh wow.
We were on it. This year they've come back again and we're doing a deal with them and the Canadian Mounted Police, so we've pretty much got Canada covered.
Wonderful.
You know, because
That is fantastic.
we care about people's lives.
Yeah.
And,
That's beautiful.
in the last 3 days there's been over a couple of hundred accidents in British Columbia, through Calgary area alone.
Oh.
You know, so absolute nightmare on the roads. Let's
And
go.
as the weather gets worse, you know, people, they don't pay attention as much in the snowy and hazardous conditions.
You would think they would though. Let's go back to the desk.
I know.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 17 after 12 o'clock. It is 25 degrees. Barbara, I'm winning, I'm staying a winner. It is October the 30th, and I'm joined, absolutely humbled too, by the way, by Alena Rae coming out of Nashville. And Alena, absolutely loving the talk that we're having right now. But you played on Kid Rock's video, Padunk.
Actually, I was chosen as one of his main girls for the video. That was an acting job. I wasn't actually performing in that, other than acting. But yes, it was quite an amazing thing. I got a phone call, and it was from his producer asking me to... I didn't even audition for it. They just asked me if I would do it. So I ended up being chosen out of 800 girls as one of the top girls for the video. So yeah, that was amazing. It's really done quite a lot for my career also.
So tell me, how does it feel to have all of this attention just fall at your feet?
I don't feel like it was that much attention for me, really. I felt like I was kind of in awe of the fact that I was being able to be in the same room as Kid Rock. So I was more about attention on him. It was an amazing thing for me, yeah.
You
We
know,
got to hang out on the jet plane and drink whiskey, and we went and sang karaoke afterwards together.
you know, I would have loved to have just come along and been your nail technician, for instance, or anything like that. Just to watch you be a part of it, I really, really would.
It really was awesome.
You know, and it is stunning, literally stunning. Don't forget about the mix-up as well, the film that you were in. You know, just absolutely an incredible career to date, and you're moving forward all the time, literally all the time. And I had a little something to do with a little band called Roxette that came to New Zealand and did a few shows.
Wow.
And suddenly, up out of the blue comes this absolute stunning rendition called The Look. Tell me all about that. Why did you do that?
Well, I got endorsed by Dodge Trucks, and they wanted something kind of kicking and fun, more of a rock type song. And I talked to my producer, and he said, you know, why don't we bring back to life an 80s song? And I said, okay, send me some songs. And he sent me the songs, and I picked that one. I said, oh my gosh, I've loved that song forever. Let's do that song. And they okayed it, and it's going to be in the Dodge truck commercial that's released next month. And then there'll be a full music video coming out and everything for it. So I'm very, very excited about that.
Well, I tell you what, we would love to be able to get a copy of the video as well. Send it up to our good friend at Visual Image Marketing. I'm sure he could do something with that as well.
Wonderful. Yes, Kentucky Filmworks and Ken Andrus, the producer, I'll make sure that he gets a video to you.
Brilliant. Absolutely stunning, because believe me, we are looking forward to following you in your career, through your career, and in the future. So first of all, let's get this one done, because believe me, 2,000 people have requested this song since we've been playing it. We've only been playing it a few days, 2017 apparently.
Really?
And we've only been playing it a couple of days, so believe me, everybody can relate to this. Here.
That is awesome.
Is Alena Rae with the cover of Roxette, The Look. Yeah, honestly, I think the people have absolutely identified with it.
Oh, that is so wonderful.
You've shaken a few bones, you know, that's old buggers that remember Roxette back in the day, you know.
I love that song. I just think it's timeless, really.
It is a timeless song, but and I've got to be honest, I have heard a number of versions of it over the years.
Have you?
And, well, I haven't heard one quite this good. Yet.
Oh, wow.
And it's going to be a long time
so much.
It'll be a long time since I hear another
That makes
version.
me so happy.
Nice. And I got to be honest with you, I've been an engineer. I'm not only working in studios doing professional recordings and production stuff like that, but touring around the world with some of the biggest bands in the world too.
Wow.
So I have a bit of knowledge. I don't listen to music like a fan would.
Right.
I listen to it as an engineer or a DJ would, and we break it down into increments, see how stuff's done. I can't fault your work anywhere.
Wow.
I can't. I really can't.
Ew.
So I'm going to ask you if you'd give me a quick shout out for your production team, who they are, where you got things recorded, because I'm sure the rest of the world would like to know. And I presume it would be in Nashville somewhere?
Yes.
Right.
Bill McDermott.
Yeah,
Bill McDermott is my producer, and he is absolutely amazing. He has a rock history, but he's been in Nashville for the last few years doing a lot of country stuff, and he is just one of the top producers here.
Nice.
His studio is out of Omni Studios, and right off Music Row in Nashville. So, yeah, if anybody wants a producer, contact Bill McDermott. He is unbelievable.
Well, I'll tell you what, we'll talk about that. But at the same time, I want to talk about maybe you coming to New Zealand and performing in front of New Zealand audiences.
Oh my goodness! Don't even ask. I'll be there tomorrow. I'm not even going to sleep. I'm going to get on an airplane.
I dare you. I double dare you. I double dare you with chocolate. I really do. I'll throw chocolate at you. Come on, girl.
I've always wanted to go to New Zealand.
Well, honestly, I think they will kidnap you and keep you because we love your music.
Barbara's sheep.
Yeah.
Hang out on the farm. I'll be
Okay.
I tell you what, I'll give you the spare room. You can go and stay in the spare room.
She can feed my twins their
Yeah,
pellets.
the twins. Yeah, I love the twins. Anyway, let's go back to the desk. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. That's funny. Very. Barbara's dangerous with that machine. She really, really is. Throws it everywhere. It's like a sword fight.
I know, I can see it go.
Yeah, you can every now and again, can't you? I got to dodge it every now and again just to make sure. It's those close-ups that worry me.
Oh, you look amazing. No worries.
You need your
No
eyes.
worries, darling.
You need your eyes checked.
No, I do not.
Okay, fair enough. Now, at the same time, we were talking just while we were up here about your producing team and, of course, the production that they have produced, and I absolutely love the work. I really, really do. Can't fault it, but I can fault the person in the background there making all those dishes noises. You should be over here doing it for us. I love the lady, I really, really do. Now, where did you get this produced? And who was your producer? Who did all the work on your music? Because I absolutely love it.
Bill McDermott, out of Nashville, Tennessee, and he's actually originally from, I believe, Boston, and has a very extensive rock history, but since he's been in Nashville, he's been doing primarily country, and he's excited to get his hands in the pie again and doing some rock music with me and my fiance Steve Lynch for our new project 222. So we're really, really excited, and the studio is Omni Studios, which is right off Music Row in downtown Nashville.
Very, very cool, and I'm glad you mentioned that. We're going to come to that right now, but first of all, I want to know how I can get my hands on some barbecue sauce.
Ooh! Go to eugenespizza.com/shop and come here, my darling assistant Michelle here. We have the Alena Rae root sauce. This is the signature Alena Rae sauce from Sam and Jeff's out of Montana that we're heading to that for dinner. Yes, we are. And you can actually order it online anywhere in the world.
Nice. How about sending me some? Would you send me
I
some?
will send you some. I will send you and Barbara both a bottle.
Nice. Believe me.
You're right. I'll bring it with me, darling.
Awesome, because I really do want to know what Alena tastes like. I really do.
Is that pig again?
There we go again. Now, we very quickly touched on the subject of your marital status. You are or have a fiance, and not just any fiance. You've got Steve Lynch.
Yes, I do.
Now, let's fill the world in here that of the uneducated who Steve Lynch is. He is the guitarist of Autograph.
Yes. He is.
Now,
he's a legendary guitarist. He's rated like the top 10 guitarists in the world, really. He is the actual inventor of the two-handed finger tapping, which a lot of people think was Eddie Van Halen, but in all actuality, Steve had started it first and actually written books on it. First, he's written 3 books. I think it's The Right Touch. He might kill me, but I think it's The Right Touch. 3 books, and they toured. They got an opening gig for Van Halen when they first got signed. And they didn't even have a name for their band yet at the time. And on the way to their first gig, they decided, well, we got to come up with a name. We got to come up with a name. So they came up with Autograph and went out there for their first show, just cold turkey with Van Halen of all things. And Van Halen's manager came over to Steve and told him, don't do any of that fancy finger tapping. That's his thing. But Steve actually was the first person to really put that out there. So, and he was won Solo of the Year for Turn Up the Radio and has taught clinics all over the world. And is just a really amazing person with a spiritual foundation and just a very good man. So,
you know, now that I know you and we're talking about, you know, I think I know somebody that's in the band Autograph. You know, well, I know somebody that's connected. You know, maybe you could set up an interview with us. What do you think?
Well, Steve is no longer with Autograph. They got together for about 4 to 5 years, and they had a great time, but he decided he wanted to go ahead and do something different. So the current lineup right now is Simon Daniels on vocals, Randy Rand on bass, Mark Wheeland on drums, and Jimmy Bell on guitar. And they're going forward with one original member, and I think that's wonderful for them, and very excited for all that they're doing. And I do have contacts for them, so if need be, you guys want to get a hold of them, contact me.
Absolutely, we'd love to.
Put
But
you in touch.
having said that, you know, we kind of know Jimmy Bell. He's a good old friend of ours as well.
Yeah, he's wonderful.
And of course, one of his mates, Greg Lightsay, you know, let's not drop names here, shall we? But I would love all the help I could to get not only that, but I really, really am interested in talking to Steve as well on his past exploits,
Wonderful.
what he's doing now. Would love to be able to do that.
Wonderful. Well, I can hook you up with an interview with Simon or Jimmy Bell. And also, I'll make the contacts to do that. And then obviously you've got it made with Steve. He'll do an interview any day. He has the gift of gab, even more so than me.
Well, I tell you what, you can tell him how stupid I am, so he can sit there and drink as much as he likes.
Well, he'll enjoy that.
Nice. But for you folks right here at Galaxy that don't remember who Autograph is, really? You don't? Check this out. Just to step out of the box for a minute. Oops.
I've already sent it.
How you feeling?
Wonderful.
Nice. And
I'm loving this.
Awesome. Me too. Me too. And believe me, I don't care if you give me a bit of stick. You know, I'm a Kiwi. I can take it.
Oh no, I love this. This is wonderful.
Awesome. Yeah, honestly, I have worked with a number of large bands that toured the world. And
Wow.
these are bands that you would recognise, but I don't want to get into that, to be quite honest with you. But one of the bands that we had, we used to, every 10 guys, and we had a lot of staff working with us because we had to jump different cities, put up different
Right.
staging, everything like that. So we had a number of engineers, a number of lighting engineers, a number of crew just building stages, all that sort of stuff, to make
Wow.
every set look identical. But we had
Yeah.
valets that would take us to the formal after party stuff, the meets and greets and all of that, the art
Right.
shows, the museums.
Yes.
Yay, you know, so we used to try and ditch these guys, right? Like crazy we tried to ditch these guys.
Right.
We wanted to get down and see what that particular city or town was really like, rather than
Right.
meeting the mayor and the, you know what I mean, eh?
Right.
Yeah, it gets boring after a while. So we were in Amsterdam, and this is a true story. And I ditched this guy in Amsterdam and ran up these stairs and at the top of the stairs there was a sign and some crazy kind of language, and then in English it said traditional country dancing, and I'm thinking, we're going to have a hoedown here, I'm getting in. So I walked in there and there's all these people with bells and all this colourful outfits and everything,
Oh my goodness.
jumping around in wooden shoes.
Oh wow.
And this young lady comes up to me, she couldn't have been more than 20 odd years of age, blonde hair, blue eyes, angelic face, smiling away going, do you clog? I went, do I clog? She goes, do you clog? I went, no, not unless I eat too much cheese.
That's hilarious.
It's the truth. It really is. I didn't get a date, by the way.
Oh, too bad.
Absolutely. So next we're going to talk about I Always Let Go. That's the
Okay.
song. And believe me, as I said to you, we've been playing you now for a number of weeks. And
Oh, thank you so much for that.
we have you up over around about just under 5,000 requests since we've been playing it.
Wow.
So, you know,
That's awesome.
you're making a huge hit right here at Galaxy. You really are.
That's wonderful.
It's good for us because we love to be able to play you.
I love for you to play me.
I love that. I love that. I really do. So we'll have a chat about that. But at the same time, I'm going to ask you about coming to New Zealand because we are crazy here in New Zealand. And are you up for a challenge or two?
Yes.
And will you bring Steve?
Yes.
And will you bring your partner that's in the background there making all the dishes noises?
Yes, of course.
Nice. Nice. I'm scared.
Did you hear her in the kitchen for real?
No, I
heard something.
Something. I heard something.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Anyway, let's go to the desk. It disappears. It runs away. There it is. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and you may be thinking, why did we play that song when we're talking to Alena Rae? Of course, Steve Lynch, back in those days when that was recorded, was part of the band, and of course, Alena's very, very dear to her heart man, believe me, and such a historian myself. I hold the man in great stead, I really, really do. I'll be very honoured to meet the man. Anyway, tell me a little bit about Project 2.22.
Project 222, well, it came about where Steve wanted to do some music with me. He and I were starting to write a little bit together, and he said, you know, we should just do our own project. And I said, okay, I'm game. I haven't done that kind of music before, but I love it. I mean, it's at my roots. I'm from Seattle, Washington, and it's a big rock community, and I thought this would be really neat. So we'll do a rock mix of music, and oh my goodness, some of the songs that we're writing are just amazing, and we're going to have our first release on Black Friday. We're already being booked into the 2020 season. We have a cruise we just got booked on for 2020. We've got some gigs booked in Austin, Texas, and some wonderful fun things that we're going to be doing. So we're really excited.
That sounds absolutely stunning. It really, really does. But at the same time, of course, you're coming into winter over there. What better time to put a few notes down on some paper? And,
Exactly.
yeah, and then head on into the recording studios. Now, I'm going to ask you, when you come up with a brand spanking new album, how would you like to send us a few copies down here, down under? And we'll do a few giveaways. Nice, because we would be honoured to be able to do a few giveaways. Keep Alena Rae rolling here at Galaxy.
Oh, thank you so much for that. We will definitely be sending you whatever we have.
Absolutely. I tell you what, if you want to send me a t-shirt as well, because normally I do these, and people see these, they go and check out who they are. Today I'm wearing staff uniform because, of course,
I love it.
we're not only representing us here at Galaxy, but we're also working hand in hand with co-hosts and working over in Jacksonville, Florida for late night television that we're going to make sure that you're a part of. We really, really are. So, you know, sometimes my bosses tell me, you got to act the part. You really do. You got to be that. So I'm Galaxy today. Now, at the same time, I want to ask you, would you be interested in maybe coming down here to New Zealand and playing in front of New Zealand audiences? We would just eat you up.
Absolutely. I am there.
Nice. And of course, you're going to bring your own sauce too, so we really are going to find out what you taste like. I like that.
Alena Rae, whoop, whoop, stop.
I like that. I really, really do. So while we are here in New Zealand, are you up for a few challenges? We're kind of crazy here.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Have you ever heard of a hoo-hoo grub?
A what?
Hoo-hoo grub, spelt H-U-H-U.
Never heard of it. What is it?
Okay, are you familiar with a caterpillar?
Yes.
Okay, this is a caterpillar on steroids. It's big. It's white. It's like a double-decker bus to a mini. It really is.
Is it real?
Yeah, it is. It's alive too, by the way. And what you do is, it's got a black head. So what you do is you put the live body in your mouth, rip off the head. Don't eat the head. It's yucky. Yeah, one of the best reactions we've had yet this year, I've got to be honest. But when you crunch down on this, it tastes like creamy peanut butter.
And I don't want to kill the caterpillar.
Oh, don't worry about it, because believe me, it is part of the indigenous foods here in New Zealand. The Maoris used to eat it, they still do.
Oh boy.
But
Okay.
we have a thing here in New Zealand where we have the wild foods festivals, and quite frankly, we deep fry things you just shouldn't deep fry, to be honest with you.
Well, you'll have the best reaction out of me for sure. You'll have to make sure we're Facebook Live for that one.
Oh, absolutely, believe me. And Barbara got, I think, a close-up of that one as well. Yeah, yeah. She's nodding away quite profusely saying, got her, I got her. Absolutely got her. Anyway, having said that, we'll take you down to Queenstown. Now, Queenstown is a rather interesting place. Shania Twain has a home down there.
Oh, wonderful.
Kevin Costner.
I met her. I actually was on a TV show with her also.
Okay.
In Nashville. Yeah.
Nice.
So she's a wonderful lady.
Well, Kevin Costner, he's also been seen down there.
Woo!
Tom Cruise, people like that. They go down there
Wow.
just to get away from the rat race, and they bring their friends. You know what I mean? Yeah, you don't want everybody, just a handful of you. But while you're down there, I don't know, Barbara, we'll throw you off a bridge.
Okay. Don't throw me off the bridge. Help me.
No, we'll throw you off a bridge. We have a thing here in New Zealand called bungee jumping.
Oh, Lord. I've always been scared to death to bungee jump.
Don't
What
worry,
if the bungee breaks?
it won't.
Oh, boy. Famous last words. As I'm plummeting to my death.
Who's going to take care of your horses?
Don't.
Yeah, my horses, my pig, my donkey, my goat, my dogs, they all need me.
Yeah, I understand that, but don't worry. You're not Australian. We'll attach the bungee. So,
That's hilarious.
and we will give you videos of everything we're talking about, so you just know that I'm not pulling your leg. I'm absolutely serious. We're going to do this.
Okay.
Having said that, have you ever heard of a zorb?
A what?
A zorb. Z-O-R-B. Okay. It's a big clear plastic ball, and, well, maybe we'll have a few of these before the hoo-hoo grub, and maybe
Okay,
the
that
zorb.
sounds fun.
Yep. We'll put you in this big clear plastic ball and push you down a hill.
Oh, my goodness. I would love that, actually.
Yeah, and believe me, better to do it in your bikini, because you never know what might come out while you're on your way down.
I'm getting visuals right now.
Yeah, believe me. A lot of fun. We'll put people in front of you to run around in front of you so that you can aim for them. And
Oh, that's hilarious.
if you had a few of these, the expressions on their faces is priceless as you go over top.
Okay, definitely the Zorb.
Done
Definitely.
that. Absolutely, you're down for that. If you're interested as well, and I am a member of the local parachuting club here in Rotorua.
Wow.
So we could take you up and throw everybody out of a perfectly good plane.
Oh boy! I'm scared.
No, don't be. A lot of fun.
I'm scared.
We will take good care of you. Don't you worry.
But my hair extensions might blow off.
Don't worry. We'll put a hat on you. We'll wrap you up in bubble wrap. Don't you worry. You'll be fine. You really will.
All right.
But
It's a deal.
having said that, are you familiar with Lord of the Rings?
Yes.
Okay, about an hour and a half away from where we are right now in Komodo is the real set of the Hobbiton, where they very first started the Lord of the Rings with the Hobbits.
Oh wow!
And we can.
That would be really neat to go to that.
It really, really is, and believe me, lots of people go there. It is a stunning, stunning thing to take in. It really, really is. Photos everywhere. Literally, it's a photo thing, if you know what I mean. Having said that, we can just trip on up to the biggest city in the country called Auckland. Take you out on the harbour, have a meal, take in the ambience, a few wines, and just enjoy the evening up there. What do you reckon?
Wonderful.
Nice.
I would love that.
Then we'll put you in front of Kiwi audiences.
Woohoo!
Yeah, you'll be charged after that. You really, really will. I'm thinking, I don't know, Barbara, maybe 4 shows here in New Zealand. How about 6? Excuse me. In Australia as well. I always get choked up when I mention Australia. It's not that we like them, we just love their money.
No problem with that.
Nice, nice. Besides that, we'll bring you back from Australia. You'll need to have a little therapy, a little Kiwi therapy before we send you home again. Yeah.
I'm ready.
Nice, like it. And of course, we will take good care of everybody you bring with you as well.
Oh yay, Michelle!
Yeah, good old me. And I've got to thank Michelle for making this happen today with the Skype.
Yeah, she's the computer person. I'm farm girl.
Yeah,
She deals with all my media stuff, so.
well done, Michelle. You're a champion. You really, really are.
Thank you.
Like Barbara, everybody needs a Michelle.
Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely, I agree. Absolutely agree. So, Alena Rae, your #1 most requested female artist song here at Galaxy right now at an astonishing 5,010 requests now is
Wow.
I Always Let Go. Tell me all about it. How did you do this?
Well, again, I hate to be such a downer, but I was going through a divorce, and I had the first original idea for the song came when I was going through the divorce, and I put the verse and the chorus away, the first part of it, and didn't bring it out again for another 10 years. And I decided I was going through another relationship thing where I decided, oh man, I don't think I'm going to stay. This is just not what I want. And I was in my barn at my farm, which is a great big huge farm. It's got 52 stalls, big 157 acre ranch. And a tornado warning came over the radio. And they said, stay where you're at, don't drive, don't go anywhere. So I went into the little concrete area that I could stay in for safety, and I had my things in there, and I just started writing the rest of that song. And the very next day after the tornado, I ended up leaving the person I was with at the time. Deservedly so, I might say, but I won't mention any names. But that song came from a very personal place. So I think that's why people can relate, because they can feel or sense that it's real. It's not something that's contrived, or you're just trying to make some pretty notes or write a pretty song. You're really telling your story and not afraid to tell it.
You know, Alena, as I said to you at the top of this interview, that I go through the interviews themselves. I hear the music in my car. I make up my decisions. I Always Let Go was the very first song that I ever heard of yours. Didn't know anything about you and absolutely love the song. I got to be honest with you, I pulled over in the middle of the forestry where I go driving, opened up the car doors, turned up the stereo, sat back and absolutely enjoyed it with the ambience of the nature around me. Right,
Oh, I love that.
right here at Galaxy 107 FM, live with Alena Rae. I always let go.
I love it.
True story. True story, Ellie.
I love that. That's what it's all about. It's about touching and relating, you know?
Exactly.
I love that. See, I feel like we've connected because we're both sharing the same feeling and
There you go.
inspiration from something.
There you go. We have.
I love that.
Yeah, and I'm proud to call you friend. I really, really am.
I'm proud to call you friend. I'm just honored to be here today.
Oh, look, the honour is mine, unfortunately. You can't take that away from me because I am elated.
Oh,
He's lovely,
well,
humble
we'll
people.
share the honor.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much. So we'll wrap this up after this, but don't go anywhere because we do a couple of things afterwards.
Okay.
In fact, we take some crazy photos. We send those to you.
Okay.
And at the same time, we'll get a little video of you that we can put on our website. Because
Wonderful.
people, the amount of traffic that goes through our website is ridiculous. And honestly, they don't just stream us, they get nosy and go and have... I feel like one of the most oogled guys in the world, I got to be honest.
That's awesome.
You know, so they go and have a look, and we have a little shout-outs thing that we do right on the homepage so nobody can miss it. And it's all part of promoting Alena Rae. It really, really is.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you for allowing us to do so.
Thank you for having me.
And I can see very, very shortly that you're going to be pulling awards left, right and centre. I really can. And have you been to the Josie Awards?
I haven't been to the Josie Awards yet. I've been nominated at the Nashville Universe Awards 5 times.
Okay,
I
well,
haven't won one yet.
I can see you picking up. I can see you picking up some
I've been
Josies.
nominated to several different independent music awards, and I'm honored to be nominated. Just to be nominated is a huge thing. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, believe me, I can see you coming up into the Josie Awards very, very soon. Honestly, Bollywood, huge place to be at.
I know it.
You know, so I can see you performing there, and we have friends like Michelle Lee, for instance, who is 8-time now award winner. Morgan as well, Morgan White, she's 3-time. Levi Kobe, who played
I know
here.
Levi real well.
So, you know,
Yeah, it's nice.
you're
Nice
in the
Levi.
circuit. I can see you playing there and picking up an award. No time at all. Next year, absolutely. Mark my words.
You.
When you get your invitation to go, just remember this old bugger in New Zealand said, "I can see the future."
Okay, I will.
Nice. Let's go back to the desk.
Okay.
You might be better off if I leave. You'll save the heartache and carry on. Years ago I threw away the key. 'Cause with my heart, baby, you should know. I always let go. I always let go. Galaxy FM, Galaxy FM.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. 7 away from 1 o'clock, 25 degrees. Barbara, I'm taking the win. I really am. Sweat is rolling off you.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, perspiration. Women don't sweat, do they? No, they perspire. That's right. Wednesday, October 30th. And have been absolutely elated by being joined by Alena Rae. Now, at the same time, have you been to the Grand Ole Opry? Have you?
Oh yes, I actually filmed at the Grand Ole Opry on the Nashville TV show. It was an amazing experience to be standing there on the Grand Ole Opry stage and just going,
Wow, I'm standing here. This is amazing. Yeah, it was an amazing experience. But I've been there to watch some shows too, and it's a wonderful place.
I can see you playing there in no time as well. We were talking about, of course, the Josie Awards and taking out the Josie Awards. As you know, New Zealand is the first to see the light of the day every day, and we can see the future. And I can see,
I love that.
I can see that you're going to pick up an award at the Josie Awards, if not a nomination at least for next year.
Woohoo!
And
Awesome.
we'll work towards that. Now, talking about the Grand Ole Opry, which part of the Grand Ole Opry is your favourite part?
What do you mean, which part?
Well, do you prefer the green rooms, for instance, or maybe the spot on the stage?
I prefer the stage.
Yeah. Of course, absolutely.
Center stage is my favorite part.
The king of all stupid questions, really. But to believe me, I've been there as well. I like the walkway behind the curtain.
I do too. And I do love the green rooms also, and the way they have the couches set up and the beautiful paintings and the beautiful old antique mirrors and all of that. I just love it.
Well, you know, the reason why I like that walkway is how many famous people have walked those boards just before they go on stage.
Oh, you just gave me an idea for a song. That is such a great idea
There
for
you
a
go.
song.
There you go. Mention me, by the way.
I will.
it'll never be a hit.
You got the co-write on that one.
No.
Really, I just had light bulbs turning off in my brain.
Bingo. And I'm pleased to be a part of your inspiration. I really, really am. So I'm just going to wonder now, with all your new music that you're going to be bringing out in the near future, will you please come back again and let us release your music?
Absolutely, yes.
Thank you very, very much. Alena Rae, member of the Galaxy family now. She's part of the history. She really is. You're right here. Don't go anywhere just yet, Alena. But you're right here at Galaxy with the Hollies to do with love. You're right here. Have a good day.